Hey guys, how's it going? This is some guy, and today I'll give my opinion on another Racionais MC's track. This is Jesus Chorou, or Jesus Cry, looks like the translation is. This was heavily requested, so rather than read out everyone's name, I'm just going to show you. So yeah, thank you to everyone here for pointing this one out to me. As you can see, it was sort of 7 or 8 comments saying this was the next one I should check out. I think this is my 4th track from these guys, and everything so far has been amazing. If you watched the last video, which was Life is a Challenge, apologies about the subtitle thing. I may re-record it with the video that was commented with better subtitles, so sorry about that. But this one seems to have good subtitles that make sense. I had a quick scan through, so hopefully we shouldn't have the same issue again. But yeah, other than that, let's jump in.
O que é, clara e salgada, cabe em o olho e pés.
It's like the same concert again, which is crazy. Like, there's so many big tracks just from this one concert.
Uma tonelada que é clara e salgada, cabe em o olho e pés. Uma tonelada tem sabor de mar, pode ser discreta, inquilina da dor, morada predileta na calada. Ela vem refém da vingança, irmão do desespero, rival da esperança. Pode ser causada por vermes imundanas e o espinho da flor. Cruel que você ama, amante do drama, vem pra minha cama por querer. Sem me perguntar, me fez sofrer. Eu que me julguei forte, eu que me senti.
It's crazy that there's no like music. There's just like what sounds like wind blowing in the background. It's very powerful.
Sem me perguntar, me fez sofrer. Eu que me julguei forte, eu que me senti. Serei um fraco quando outras delas vi. Se o barato é louco, o processo é lento no momento.
So that explains the wind. Okay, it's part of the lyrics.
Se o barato é louco, o processo é lento no momento. Deixa eu caminhar contra o vento. Cadião, tô ser durão e o coração ser vulnerável. Ele é suave, mas é frio e implacável.
É quente.
O maneta triste do poeta.
Só
Correu no rosto o parto do profeta. Verme sai da reta, a lágrima de um homem vai cair. Esse eu sou bem pra eternidade. Diz como não chora, tá bom, falou.
Oh, so is he talking about Jesus? For context, I was raised in a Christian household, so my dad's actually a vicar, but this is Church of England, so not Catholic, which I believe Brazil is largely. So I think more than the average person in the UK about Christianity, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. So I'm assuming Jesus cried is referring to the line Jesus wept in the Bible. I can't remember the context, but I know I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying it's the shortest line, at least in the English version of the Bible. So I'm assuming what he's talking about here is kind of himself. I think he's also talking about Jesus. It would make sense given the song title, but yeah.
Esse eu sou bem pra eternidade. Diz como não chora, tá bom, falou. Não vai pra boca, irmão. Aí Jesus chorou.
Wow, that's powerful. They say real men don't cry, but then he says, well, Jesus cried. Never heard that before. That's a very interesting point.
Não chora, tá bom, falou. Não vai pra boca, irmão. Aí Jesus chorou. Porra, vagabundo, vou te falar, tô chapando. Eita, mundo bom de acabar. O que fazer?
Wow, that's so after quite a prophetic start, the beats dropped, and he's gone, damn, look, Tramp, I'm telling you, I'm getting higher, what a good world to end. So interesting. So I'm getting the vibe here that he's talking about maybe different sides of him. He's talking about his spiritual side, and now maybe his non-spiritual side, like his other. Yeah, I'll keep playing it and see what they say, but this is very interesting. Hold on, take it slowly, Doug. Where's the immortal spirit from Capel? What's that? Is that a place? Let me know what that is. I'm not sure. What? It's me, your right side. I don't know if it's so I appreciate that some of this might be slightly distorted by the translation, but is he talking about like his conscious right now, or maybe his bad influence?
Que sou eu, seu lado direito, tá balado porque vem, nego, é desse jeito, tubo ao sonho, quase a noite inteira, acordo tenso, pronto com boleira na mente, sensação de magro e rancor, uma fita me abalou na noite anterior, alô, aí dorme doidão, mil fitas acontecendo e sei aí, que oração, é meio de 20, ó, a fita é o seguinte, ó, mesclando não, ó, fita de 1000 graus, onde eu tava ali de CB no peão, com tudo a firmezão, cê tem que conhecer, se você liga ele, vai saber, de repente, ele fazia até um rap no passado recente, vai vendo a fita, cê não acredita quando tem que ser, presta atenção, vai vendo, parei pra fumar um de remédio, com os moleque lá, bata, fica nos prédios, que chegou depois, pediu pra dar os dois, logo Patrício, não vou escalar, fumaça vai, fumaça vem, chafou um pouco, se abriu que nem uma flor, ficou louco, tava eu mais dois truta e uma mina, não tem pra prata, show filmado, ouvindo guina, truta e uma.
This is so interesting. It's gone from that opening bit that was very, very spiritual, deep, and now he's gone into this. Well, he talked about sort of like having restless nights. Now he's talking about what at the moment seems like quite a benign story. You know, he was smoking with some friends for medicine, he said. Then a guy showed up who I think he said was rich, and now he's got high and he's opening up. So interesting to see where this goes. And also they say listening to Guina. Not sure who that is. Is that an artist? I don't know. Okay, so is this a racial thing? Is this maybe, was he being, he mentioned brown people then? I think he's saying like, oh, let him say what he wants. He'll see all that's good when he sees the gun. Okay.
Deixa ele mostrar e cantar na quebrada. Vão ver se é isso tudo quando vê as quadradas. Periferia nada, só pensa nele mesmo. Montado no dinheiro e cês aí no veneno. A cara dele tudo cada um no seu corre. Tudo pelas verdes, os malucos morrem. Mesmo se eu catar boa numa hora dessa, vou me destacar pro outro lado depressa. Vou comprar uma house de boy, depois alugo. Vão me chamar de senhor, não por fogo. Mas pra ele só Zona Sul que é a paz. Diz que ele tira nós, nossa cara é.
So you're talking about someone that's made it, but still comes back to the slums, I think? Sorry, yeah, keep pausing this. I'm just, it's quite it's a very gripping story, this.
Mas pra ele só Zona Sul que é a paz. Diz que ele tira nós, nossa cara é cobrar. O que ele quiser nós quer, vem que tem. É porque eu não pago pau pra ninguém. E eu só registrei, né? Não era de lá. Os mano tudo só ouviu, ninguém falou ah. Quem tem boca fala o que quer pra ter nome, pra ganhar atenção das mulheres.
The one who has a mouth speaks whatever comes to mind, just to fill their name, to get attention of women or men. Crazy. They almost fool me into thinking they were just telling, like, you know, just some story, but like there's obviously a message here. So I think the main point is that this guy, a lot of people would consider has made it and is very successful and is enviable. I think his point is actually, why would you want to be that person? But they haven't got integrity, I think is what he's saying. You know, they're just going to say anything to make sure that they get to the top. So they kind of have to sell their integrity, I think.
O que quer que eu faça é por nós, por amor. Não entende o que eu sou, não entende o que eu faço. Não entende a dor e as lágrimas do palhaço. Montei em decomposição por um triz. Transformo o irmão meu num verme infeliz. E a minha mãe diz: Paula, acorda, pensa no futuro. Que se é é ilusão. Os papo preto não tá nem aí com isso não. Olha o tanto que eu sofri, que eu sou o que eu fui. A inveja mata um, tem muita gente ruim. Oh mãe, não fala assim que eu nem durmo. Meu amor pela senhora já não cabe Saturno. Dinheiro é bom, quero sim, se essa é a pergunta. Mas dona Ana fez de mim um homem não uma...
Wow, so he's saying his mum. So I think his mum's saying, don't be too hard on yourself. You know, it's okay to make money. But he's saying, I was made by you to be a man, not a hooker. I.e., he wants to make money, but he wants to do it the right way, I think. Whereas if he just only did things that got him money, he, I think, wouldn't respect himself. It's what I'm trying to... I think that's what he's saying.
Essa é a pergunta, mas dona Ana fez de mim um homem, não uma puta. E você, seja lá quem for, vai semente eu não vi. Então, você ferrou o inimigo invisível. Judas e colou, perseguido eu já nasci. Demorou apenas por 30 moedas, o irmão corrompeu. Atire a primeira pedra, quem tem rastro meu. Cadê meu sorriso, onde tá? Quem roubou a humanidade é Maia.
Ah, so here's the link back. So he's saying that this guy, essentially, he was corruptible for 30 coins, and not much. Who stole it? Who stole my smile? Humankind is evil, and even Jesus cried. Wow.
Cadê meu sorriso, onde tá? Quem roubou a humanidade é Maia, até Jesus chorou. Lágrimas, lágrimas, lágrimas. Azul, hotel, pisca só no cinza escuro do céu.
So now we're back to there's no beat, and it's just like that kind of eerie wind.
Azul, hotel, pisca só no cinza escuro do céu. Chuva cai lá fora e eu vento ritmo sozinho. Eu sou agora o meu inimigo, ritmo, lembranças má. Pensamentos bombados, me ajude, sozinho penso merda pra caralho. Gente que acredito, gosto e admiro. Ficava por justiça e várias levou.
Wow, so I love how that he starts to talk about sort of a mental spiral, and the beat dropped in again, which was quite powerful because it kind of it suited what he was saying was his mental state. And he said here, people that I believe, like and admire, fought for justice and peace and got shot. You know, I can't imagine what it's like. You know, people you know, do you think are good people to get shot? I don't know how you deal with that mentally. Wow. Malcolm X, Gandhi, Lennon, Marvin Gaye, Sabotage, Tupac, Bob Marley.
Vários levou tiro, Malcolm X, Gandhi, Lennon, Marvin Gaye, Sabotage, Tupac, Bob Marley. E o evangélico Martin Luther King. Lembrei de truta meu falar assim, nós joga pérola aos poucos, irmão, joga lavagem. Eles preferem assim, cê quer de um sapioiagem. Cristo que morreu por milhões, mas só andou com apenas 12, fraquejou. Periferia, copos vazios e sem ética, lotam os...
So is he implying there Christ died for millions, but walked with only 12? And he's saying despite only walking with 12 disciples, he was still betrayed by one. So like, I think he's implying that says a lot about humans, that within that small group, he still got betrayed. And there's actually millions of, well, billions of humans, so they're everywhere, I think is what he's saying. Slums, empty bodies without ethics. Fill the parties heading to the electric chair. Wow. So I think he's implying that at least some people that live in these slums are devoid of ethics, probably partly because of how the environment they're growing up in. Fill the parties heading to the electric chair. Is there a death sentence in Brazil? Is that what he's saying? Is that like how is that what sort of serious criminals get? Let me know, because I know they do that in the US. Well, I think they use injection now. But yeah, let me know on that. Is that what he's talking about? Again, frustration is a villain-making machine. so many lines that these guys write are just so profound in their own right, let alone the whole song.
Sei você sabe o que é frustração. Sou máquina de fazer vilão. Eu penso mil vida, vou me enlouquecer. E o pior diz assim quando me vê. A música pra caralho, né? Cheio puta. Vai ser mundo não, chama. A vida é curta. Só modelo por aí, dando boi. Põe elas pra chupar e mandam dar depois. As gás madrugadas só de 1100. Se sou eu, truta, tem pra ninguém. Se é polvinho, é o cão. Tem esses defeitos. Cê quer normal, cresce os olhos de qualquer jeito. Cruzar se arrebenta. De repente vai. Tipo tô 40, só querer tá no pente. Se só te pensar em matar, já matou. Ha, prefiro ouvir o pastor. Filho meu, não invejo homem violento e nem siga no seus caminhos. Lágrimas molha a medalha de vencedor. Chora agora e depois.
Tears wet the medal of a winner. Cry now, laugh later. Jesus Christ, this is poetic.
Lágrimas molha a medalha de vencedor. Chora agora e depois, irmão. Jesus chorou, Jesus chorou, Jesus chorou, Jesus chorou. A humanidade é má e até Jesus chorou. Sabotage esteja em paz.
Who is Sabotage? I think that was the only name on that list of people that he mentioned that had died that I didn't know.
Sabotage esteja em paz.
Is that him? This is like in Life is a Challenge, as the vocals, like, it's almost like not even singing. It's especially this guy. He's almost just expressing his emotion with sound. That makes sense. Like he's not even really singing. It's just almost like he's crying out. Just yeah. Wow.
Chega de lágrimas, chega de lágrimas, chega de vela, chega de morte. É vida. Periferia vai sobreviver. Vocês vão sobreviver.
Wow, these guys are something else. They keep impressing me more. Like, I feel like that more than anything told me a lot about that. I don't know what their names are, but the main guy that was rapping then, he's obviously at a constant struggle with himself because he's come from a very poor background, and yet he wants to use his position to have lasting change and to help other people, and yet that's so hard because yeah, he could choose money, he could choose to sell out, but he really wants to sort of be able to look himself in the mirror and be at peace with himself. I think that's what he's saying here, and yet there's so many other things he touched upon, like mental health as well, without even talking about it too much. Just saying over and over, you know, it's okay to cry, Jesus cried. I think especially for men, especially men that grow up in difficult circumstances, I think a certain kind of man, or it can bring out a certain kind of man that does well, i.e. one that's assertive, ruthless even. If we're talking about poverty, you know, it's kill or be killed kind of thing. Which I'm not judging, you know, obviously it's hard to say, oh, you should live a very moral and upstanding life when you're born in such horrific conditions. And yet it sounds like, despite that, he's trying to not be that guy. And yeah, presumably his religion helps with that. Yeah, there's so much I could say about that, but yeah, it was amazing. That might be my favorite so far, actually, in terms of the message. It was absorbing, kept me hooked, and I've done a 20-minute reaction here, and it's flown by. But yeah, Thanks again for the recommendation. Keep them coming, these guys. I want to hear as much as possible. I've had a few recommendations from other artists from Brazil as well, so we'll get to them. But yeah, other than that, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate that. Otherwise, I'm out.